last show. Kind of weird. Is taped in?
Move it! Throw it! Off stage!
I feel better now.
Yeah!
Thank you. Alright, sorry. Anyway, how you doing? I want to thank Operator Ems for opening the show and getting everybody excited and happy. I know a lot of people are thinking, it's another Detour. Yes.
No.
It's a country record. I chose this, I wanted to do this for a long time. This was kind of on my bucket list. And I wanted to be on Sire Records and I wanted to work with Seymour Stein since 1989,
Woo!
And I stayed on where I was because I'm a glutton for punishment. But anyway, I wanted to do this music when it was a time period when blues and country kind of melded. It was like the birth of rock and roll. And I saw all the documentaries, like, I saw the Muscle Shoals documentary. Remember that? That was really great. Well, for those of you who watch that kind of shit. I do. And the Nashville Cats, film with Johnny Cash and Bob Dylan, and I always thinking to myself, I have to do something like that, So I did. I went down to Nashville, and I met with different people. I was lucky enough to really make a recording with some really great artists and great musicians, and I worked with Tony Brown, and Vince Gill came, and Willie Nelson came. Willie Nelson came the back way. I waited for him in the front because I'm such a nerd, I saw him at We Are the World, but I never really got to talk because I was busy with jewelry and whatever, And I got, I'm waiting in the front, and he comes in the back on the bus, right? And I'm thinking, the bus. Right? He walks in and I'm like, I almost cried, but I didn't because there's no crying in rock and roll. But it was like Yoda walking in. You know what I'm saying? Because, he's the man who wrote 300 songs and he's coming in to sing on, my record. So I was pretty excited. And of course they invited me on the bus and I didn't go. Because I was, I heard those stories about waking up in a different town. And I had to finish the record. But while I was meeting with different producers, we stayed, we went down ahead of time and stayed. I went with Seymour and my manager. We stayed at, a hotel. And I walked in the room and I thought it was a sign because they had a big mural on the wall and a picture of Dolly Parton. Right? If you don't like Dolly, you're fucked up, okay? Everybody loves Dolly, okay? And there she was on the wall, painted, like there was her face. And above her head was, what would Dolly do right now? So every meeting I went to, I came back, closed the door, saw that, and thought, what would Dolly do? So one day, I'm getting ready, right? This was my movie. It wasn't exactly like the Muscle Shoals thing, but all that started after when I started recording, but before, the hotel ran out of water somehow. The pipe broke. They're digging up the street in the front. Very glamorous. So I'm, upstairs, no water. The guy comes with 2 quarts of Evian. I'm thinking, well, that's a quick shower. You know, you could soap up and then just have it go quicker tomorrow. Anyway, so, you know, I'm putting on my makeup.
Yeah, just make sure you
and you know how it
pictures,
is when
no
you're
film.
putting your eyeliner on. If you don't get it right, it's one eye looking for you and one at you, right, ladies? That's true. So I'm there putting my eyeliner up, and out of the pipe, out of the drain comes this big guy. This cockroach, and I was like, oh! You know, brave me, I freaked out. And then I'm thinking, what would the Dalai Lama say? And he would say that's like a spiritual master come back. And I'm standing there with the eyeliner thinking, who? Max Factor? What the fuck? Then I just, you know, I got brave, it crawled on the tray, I threw the face cloth over it, I went to the front door, I opened it, put it out, and said, go, little master, go to the elevator with your people, go, go, turn around. Then I shut the door really quick, and I was like, oh my God, I turned around, I saw the mural, and I saw the writing on the wall, and it said, what would Dolly do? And I was thinking, she get the fuck out of this hotel, that's what she did. So I did. And that was the beginning of my foray.
Yeah.
The $2, right? I just thought I'd share it with you. And also I got to get to know Seymour, who he co-founded Sawyer Records. He signed the likes of the Ramones and the Talking Heads and the Cramps, and, you know, later on, my evil cousin Madonna. She's not that evil anymore. She goes to shul. She's a nice girl. I'm just kidding. Did you see with the Like a Prayer video? All right, she pissed everyone off. Then she became my hero.
That's right.
Anyway, so Seymour started sending me these songs, and he sent me these songs by this guy Ray Price, who I didn't know. And now I was in a rockabilly band, and I used to, you know, I gotta say, if I didn't listen to Wanda Jackson and Patsy Cline and Hank Williams and Elvis Presley and all those people from that rockabilly era and country people, I don't think I would have sung She-Bop that way, or Girls, or anything. So I really feel grateful that I got to know that music. And so he sent me this Ray Price stuff, and I didn't know Ray Price. So I was like, wow, damn, I missed out on that. And then I tried to sing it like him, these songs like Ray Price, but I sounded like Ethel Merman, so. You know, so then I decided, well, may as well sing it the way I used to sing in Blue Angels. So that's how I'm doing it. It's called Heartache by the Numbers. It goes like this.